Hello everyone, welcome back. So last time we've added the functionality of editing our image, right? So we can edit our book and edit image as well. And in this lesson, we'll try to add this delete functionality because right now you can see there's nothing really, works. So this remove, function comes directly on this view book list component. So that should be residing in the book list component as well. So we can start to write the remove book method. So let's add a method called remove selected books. Well, actually, let's do it later. Let's create a method called open dialog. And what does this dialog do? Well, as you can guess, it's just to confirm whether you want to delete the book, right? So this is gonna use something from Angular material. So in Angular material, there is a component called dialog. So this is the documentation for that. Basically, there are some options you can do to give this dialog. Okay, here are examples. You can see there are two components and examples here. Launch dialog, option 1, option 2. Okay, and here is source code. You can browse through them as you want. So basically, we're gonna leverage that component, and we need to import some new component part. It's called md dialog, md dialog ref. Okay, so md is Angular material. This would be from Angular material. And after that, we're gonna initialize a let's just make it public. Dialog, md dialog. Okay. And then in this open dialog, we're gonna do something like let dialog ref equals to this dialog dot open dialog result example and dialog ref dot after close dot subscribe, and this would be result. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna first print out what result we have chosen. So if this result equals to yes, we're gonna call this dot remove book list, while remove book service dot send book id dot subscribe. And we have an error here. For error, we're gonna just print out. For result here, we're gonna print it as well. And we'll refresh the page. So we haven't defined this remove book service yet. Let's do that. Under service folder, we're gonna create a new service called remove book. Okay. And we're gonna go to our app.module.ts, remove book service, remove book, and add it to the provider list. Come to our remove book service, and we are gonna just directly copy something from edit. We need the package, and we need the constructor and the method. Okay, so instead, this book, we're gonna have book ID, and this would be a number, and this one would be remove. We don't need to post stringify the book, but the book ID will do. Then let's come back to our book list component. Let's import this service. Okay. Remove book service. And we're going to define that service here. Okay. The next thing is we need to implement this dialog result example dialog. This is something new, okay? Let's scroll down to the bottom. We're going to define a new component. And it's called class dialog result example dialog. So here we're going to have the selector dialog result example dialog. Enter URL. .html. Okay, and here we just need a constructor to establish a dialog ref. This would be dialog result example dialog. Okay. So basically we have two components and we define two classes within this file. Okay, we can choose to define two classes in two separate files, but because they're so close related, they are pretty much like the same file. I mean, like the same class. So we can put it in the same file. And then because we have this new template, dialog result example dialog.html, we are gonna create a new file within this book list. And this new file will have title, let's just save this file, okay? And it should be the same name. It's gonna be called dialog dash result dash example dialog dot html. Confirm, delete it. And here we have the dialog content. Are you sure you want to delete have the options. First one is dialog wrap.close with the value as yes. We should use single quote to avoid conflict. And the second one would be no. Okay, and we have a mapping here. So if it's equal to yes, we're gonna send the remove book service to the backend so that we can really delete it. Okay, now let's just come back to our book resource. Let's add that remove book mapping. So basically we can define a request mapping value equals to /remove mappers equals to request mapper dot post. And here we have the response entity remove. Here we just need a request body and we're gonna leverage a book service that remove one, and here we're gonna just pass that string and change it to long, and we're gonna return remove success with HTTP status OK. Response entity. Okay, so that's it. This is the mapping, and we can restart the application. Alright, it's restarted. Let's just come back and let's just log out, log in again. Make sure there's mapping here displayed. Okay, and go to view list. Let's delete this book, this new picture book. Okay, looks like there's something wrong. No component factory found, but dialog resulted digit added to. Okay, so it's saying that we haven't added to our app.module.ts. That's probably the case. So first, come to this book list component. We're gonna import dialog result example dialog, and also we need to add it to our declarations part, and then we need to include that into our bootstrap as well. Alright, let's come back. We have about book list. Let's delete this one. Are you sure want to delete? No. So it's still there. Yes. Refresh the page. And it's gone. Okay, so one thing to think about here. Why do we need to refresh the page after we delete? Well, let's take a look at not this one. Okay, this is previous result. So, well, because we have already refreshed the page, but basically the idea is when we're trying to delete a file, we basically open the dialog, right? And then we confirm the dialog, and then we send the remove book service to the backend to delete the book, and then we receive the feedback saying the delete is successful, and that's it. That means whatever in this page is still there. It didn't get reload. You know what I mean? So that's why we need to refresh the page to get it reload. So the whole point is we want to refresh the table. But think about it this way. We know that in Angular 2, the element change can be detected by itself, right? So Angular 2 is actively monitoring, element change. So in this case, do we really need to refresh the page? Well, let's assume this way. What if that after we have successfully, delete the book and we have a success response, instead of reload the page, we just go fetch the book list again from the server, because the book has been already deleted from the server side, right? So what's going to happen in this case? Well, let's see. We can extract this to a new method, say get book list. And this is going to be a method, okay? And on initialization, we're going to call this get book list. And on successful deleting the book, we're going to call that as well, because that eventually is combined into this book list, which will be displayed in the template. I have the book list here, right? So let's see. First, let's try to add a random book without picture. So just something random. Okay, add book. Okay, this is quiet. Now let's try to delete it. Are you sure on delete? Yes. There we go. So this is faster. So this design is good. Why is that? Because it's more responsible. People like this fast thing, And this is the good side about Angular 2. The performance is very good compared to my other, course, the complete e-commerce, which uses TimeLeaf. Uses Spring TimeLeaf as template engine. But the problem is the page needs to be refreshed to get everything new. Not like in Angular 2, it's just a single asynchronous call can update content. Okay, so this is the good side about Angular 2. Alright, so that's pretty much for this lesson. We'll continue in the next one. See you guys, bye.